Heads up, eyes on the fist clench, y'all. We are coming at y'all all through. I mean, in the spirit of internationalism all over the world. As we are here weekly on Wednesday, Freedom on Radio. Hosted by Chairman, yours truly, Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. and also Robin Allen, aka the Lady of Rage. We are also, again, I just mentioned International Radio. We are joined of our, and we have a panel in which I'm honored to be here speaking now. There'll be a few questions. Myself, my mother comrade Cohen Jerry, and also comrade Connell, who's Manuel, Tiny House Warriors, some of the Rainbow Coalition then as well as now. So let's get ready to make history. Let's get ready to take history. Let's get ready to tape history. Ambassador Franco, are you there? I'm muted. My fault. I was muted. Ambassador Franco, can you hear me? Yeah, kind of low. I hear you. So, Comrade Dabney, can you hear me? Can you hear me all right on now? You can't see me? Let me try this again. It's saying that the host that you have to hold on one second. The host has to bring us in. Man, saying the same thing. I think I can see y'all now, but the volume is extremely low. Pastor Frank, you hear me? Okay. I keep trying to say you cannot start your video because the host has disabled it. The host, whoever hosting it, has disabled it. Okay. I also have to do a phone call to New York with Ralph Pointer in a few minutes. So we're gonna be all over y'all. So y'all tap into we got a full day. Can we, man, get a breather in. Fripp. Okay. Okay, you go. The volume is still horrible. Okay. Can you I can barely hear you, Ambassador, but we're gonna work it out. There you go. I hear you now. I hear you now.
So everybody, thank you for attending tonight. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Like I mentioned, we're doing this on 2 platforms. So we got this live on a podcast, but we also have this Zoom webinar running through the University of Pittsburgh. So before we get started, I want to thank the University of Pittsburgh, the Department of Teaching, Learning, and Leading, in particular, Sabina Bob, for supporting us with this. Tonight's event is part of the work that the department has been doing on Black and Indigenous knowledge traditions. So we thought it was important to invite Chairman Fred and Mama Kua today to talk about the legacy of the Black Panther Party, but also the work that the Black Panther Party Cubs are continuing to do. They're going to speak a little bit about the movie, Judas and the Black Messiah, but we're also going to open up things to questions. So both through the webinar, but also people on the radio will be able to ask questions. So let's get started since we're running a little bit late behind. Chairman Fred, I know you're going to have to jump on another call during the middle of this, so maybe we can start with you. I know there's some students on today, so a few of the students, we watched the movie together. Could you just give us a little bit of background on the movie itself, Judas and the Black Messiah? I know there was a lot of struggles, just so people have some context. There was a lot of different people, a lot of different forces trying to make different versions of the film, trying to hijack the legacy. And if you could just give some background about the struggles on how this one actually came into fruition and your role, both yours and Mama Kua's role in helping to shape it.
Right on, comrade. Oh man, I knew it was gonna start. Hold on. Ralph, I'm calling you in 5 minutes. I'm in 5 minutes, Ralph. Calling you in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Can't hear you, Jimmy.
Hold on. Can you hear me now? All right. Mother, Sister Comrade Daphne, can you hear me over Blog Talk Radio? Right on. Um, first, let me just say first and foremost, I'm honored and humbled to be here. Expecting our comrade Connell's Manuel to join us shortly, and definitely our mother comrade Core and Jerry, formerly known as Deborah Johnson, a force who I acknowledge in many cases is my A1 from day one. My first jail cellie, first one. That's, in other words, that's the first person I was ever locked up with. Oh man, you can't make this up. I just told him 5 minutes. Forgive me. Free them all. Free them all. Yes. I'm going. I was gonna call. Okay. I was gonna call in 5 minutes. I'm. Yeah, I was gonna call you in 5 minutes at the 212 number. Hold on. Let's okay. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Let's go and do this now. Then let's go and do it now while you're here. Okay. This is New York calling me. I'm going to go and do this now. Okay. Click me in. I get about five. I got about 5 to 7 minutes. I get another interview on the other line. I'm ready though. Yeah. What you can't go for? Oh, you can't make this up. Okay, let's try this. Somebody said I be talking too fast. What is this? Story of my life. Story of my life. As everyone see, better we trying to do an interview in Pittsburgh, New York, trying to combine all. We talk about bringing people together. That's what we're trying to do. And you see some of the contradiction that we have with trying to win people together. It seems so easy. A lot of people just talk about this abstract. Oh, kumbaya, everybody come together. These are just even communication, different dynamics. You know what I'm saying? It's a balancing act. This is just through a virtual connection. Imagine face-to-face connections, how difficult it is. I want to try something else now.
Is Ambassador Camille on? Yeah, we here. Okay. Did we just lose Chair?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm back with y'all now. I was trying to juggle this other phone call. I'm gonna go. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, I told them I wanted to get them do that one out the way, and then get right back to this one. I don't forgive me. Let me just do this real quick. Let me do this interview real quick. Okay.
Let Mama Cool, you wanna
Yeah, let Mama Cool start off real quick, and I'm gonna come right back on.
So just for the students that's online too, let me introduce Mama Cool as not just a member of the Black Panther Party, widow and wife of Chairman Fred, and this is someone who not just struggled 50 years ago and then became an elected representative or something like that. This is someone who's given their life, blood, sweat, and tears to the struggle and has continued to dedicate themselves to the people and is here today. So I know a lot of the students may have never had the opportunity to hear you speak or anything like that. But could you tell just everybody guys here with us today. Just a little bit about your experience with the movie, and just how all the work came into fruition to develop the movie. So, well, there have been a number of attempts to do stories, and that's what I'm, want to emphasize: stories about Chairman Fred, Black Panther Party. We haven't rolled with any of them. It's a lot of fictional books, fictional accounts out there that are put in place to build up whoever is writing it. Can you hear me okay? Okay, and
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good. So we this group that did this, the Warner Brothers, Judas and Black Messiah, a lot of things had to be in place. As a matter of fact, the script was pretty much written. They got in touch with some people that were in the party. Notice I didn't say Black Panther Party, Black Panthers, that gave them fictional accounts of what happened.
Recording in progress.
Okay, so I had to hit continue because it's being recorded, right? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry. So anyway, what happened was the writers, Ryan Coogler, Shaka King, and Dominique, and some of the other people that involved, Daniel Kaluuya, they came to the Hampton house in Maywood, the house where Chairman Fred Hampton Sr. grew up, where we're fighting, doing a campaign to open it up as a museum and a community center. They have a lot of activities there, but we'll talk about that later on. So they came to the Hampton house, and we talked for a long time, myself and Chairman Fred, with them and asked them different questions about what would their role be, what do they understand about the Black Panther Party. And after talking to them, Chairman instructed.
Free them all.
Hi, let me give you the number so you can call in right now.
I've been calling. Okay, I'm calling from another number. I'm calling. Okay, what's the number calling?
212.
Yes. 209.
20. Yes. 2877.
Okay, I'm calling in from another 510 number.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
But they win. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is about I want to say about 7 people that just got shot and killed over there when they went over there. And I said, well, these people must really be down for this. If they're gonna go on the west side of Chicago, having never been there before, at 2:00 in the morning, and not run off and leave when they get there, they see blood on the street, people that have been shot and killed. So I had some more questions with them, discussion with them when they came back, and I hugged Daniel Kaluuya and I said, "Oh, I'm not worried about your accent. You got this." I knew because I could see his thinking process as he sat
Can't make this up.
at the table, and he was taking everything in we were saying, and processing it, and not. A lot of people come with an arrogance. They know everything about the Black Panther Party. People have told me they've been in an apartment and they know all about Chairman Fred. People I ain't never seen before. So I was impressed, and I have to say, although we had many battles about what should be in, what shouldn't be in, we didn't win everything. And we really were fortunate to have a dream team in terms of the actors, the writers, and those that participated, in making this movie the success that it became. Can you talk about some of those battles?
Chairman
about
Fred.
What was included and what wasn't included? The accuracy, historical
Yeah, I'm
accuracy.
going to radio shows at one time.
Chairman, are you in?
Yes, I want. Yeah. I want. Is it possible? Is it possible? Okay. Is it possible to give me 5 minutes? I do this. I combine all these audiences. Okay. Forgive me.
Chairman,
Yes.
Hampton Jr.
Yes. Well, thank.
What's happening?
What's happening right now? I don't know if they trying to turn the Panther
I'm
Cub.
bringing my technical difficulties with me.
Yeah,
Chairman Fred Hampton Jr.
Yes,
What's
Ambassador.
happening?
Ambassador. Yes, Ambassador. What I'm trying to do is what I do in the streets. I'm trying to bring the whole world together right now.
I'll make another announcement. We have Sister Nellie Bailey, who has taken on the responsibility of co-hosting the program on 15 minutes notice. Sister Nellie Bailey, are you in the house?
Ambassador Fremont, I was asking, could I try something for 5 minutes? Could I tell? Listen. Hello. 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 Hello.
Much to say, and I'd like to know.
I was trying to bring all the world.
Problems that we have, the problems on the local level.
Go ahead. I'm not. Yeah, there's too much technology. I got. Yeah. Yeah.
Have this discussion this evening. We are going to discuss together. You call in and tell me what you're thinking, and we try to have a decent answer for you.
Hello.
That being said, is it possible that we could open up the phones
Hello.
to those on the line?
Hello. Hello, this is Chairman Fred. Hello.
Nellie Bailey, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Sometimes I
Nellie
need
Bailey, are you there?
Yes, I am. I think I need to turn down.
I said, no, I was not crying. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you gotta step outside of your self-indulgence. You know what's going on, but try to remember everything that's going on. But you can't be crying. You gotta, Chairman used to say all the time, keep strong. And that's what I had to do. Crying. I just, I say that can't go. That cannot go at all. And it was a lot of things like even O'Neal dressing better than everybody, and the hat and stuff that he wore, and the different style. Chirac is a city of organization and structure. The chairman talks about it all the time. How people walk in, how they, who's standing around who. You know what I'm saying? All of those things were important. We fought and struggled. Now, Chairman, in all honesty, he was there every day. It was really emotional for me, and I wasn't there every day. And one time he was so sick, he couldn't go on. He'd been fighting so hard. He said, Mother Conrad, you got to come up here. I said, for real? He said, yeah, you got to come up here right now. So I went up, and we had some good struggle. We had some good battles, I think. Like I said, we didn't win everything, but we won a lot. And this is the most accurate picture of Chairman Fred, the Illinois chapter, and what happened in that period than any other production, book or otherwise. So I just want to say that. But
Can't be serious.
You saying something true?
No, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I was just.
Myself and Chairman Fred were the only cultural consultants in the movie, and I think that was crucial to give an accurate depiction. And I have to take my hat off to Jack King and picking the actors. Everybody says she looked like me anyway, but I knew she had it when she got my little side at it. I do. Somebody saying something crazy, she did an excellent job, and I just love Ryan Coogler and Charles. I mean, it was really a dream team for
Right on. I'm with you. I'm back with you all now. Do you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, right on, correct.
You want to touch on that first question?
Yep, yeah, let me. Okay, yeah, forgive me. Okay, I was trying to bring in audiences from all over the world. I was trying to seize the time. New York and some other places I was trying to bring in, but this is something I try in the real world too, and not just the virtual world. I try to find points of unity and try to. It's a blessing to curse, again as an organizer. So with that being said, back to the question at hand, the movie, just the tag team with comrade Cool and Jerry laid out. There have been a number of different attempts in regards to doing a movie on Chairman Fred. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give the impression that it's some we have been defending a whole fighting up a lot of these attempts in a subjective way that being her husband and my father, but in regards to the legacy of that which he represented at the Black Panther Party, and we said legacy is more important in your life, and um, you know um, time. Politics is like real estate. Time and location, all that's important. When when you're to make certain moves, is the climate right? Are people receptive to it? In fact, I recall one of my concerns, even mind you, this was done before the pandemic, as we say, the pandemic. This was I recall on the set one. I said, "Wow, if we do this, there's going to be I say this is a generation that cannot even grasp the significance of the Black Panther Party free breakfast program." Their response may be something to the effect like, "Why didn't they just simply order Grubhub?" And also in addition, contrary to a lot of people say, like a lot of people talking about we have just economics, you know economics, that we have to get economics, so on and so forth. And that's true, what I'm saying, because we are in dire state still. But you'll be surprised at the amount of access to a lot of resources a lot of individuals have in the community. What I'm saying, so that so it's not so you have to, the deal is the politics to be able to politicize the people to understand what the revolutionary organization was, what it is, more specifically what the Black Panther Party was. It is. She just, as Mother Comrade just pointed out, just talked about, even down to we had to like how the gun would be held, who would draw first. All this is political, you know what I'm saying. And there were times where there were situations where terms cinematographically or movie wise, it may be something that's advantageous speaking from the movie the movie screen point of view, but however may be politically detrimental. And our thing is, wherever we engage in any action, whether it be a movie set, a discussion, an interview, that the legacy is not only still standing, that they're saying that um, we've upped the ante. You know what I'm saying? That people can really, to be able to make an informed decision what the Black Panther Party was and what it is. And this is something that you can't take for granted. I was talking to a young man today who came from prison. And he was like, he called, he said, I had a whole misunderstanding, just within our 5 or 10 minute conversation. I had to get a different grasp on who you were. And most people, can understand who we are or what the revolutionary is under dire circumstances. In other words, people ask me a number of times, how many members do we have? And I said, well, in many cases, it depends on how many people the police have murdered. You know what I'm saying? Because we call it like the last call for alcohol. And people can hear or relate to what we're saying under intense conditions. And so we were fortunate to end up, through a lot of struggles. I still jump up at nighttime. Cut, stop, but we were fortunate to have what I refer to as a dream team, you know, um, cast, you know what I'm saying? Even ongoing after after the movie, you know what I'm saying? So the media companies, you know what I'm saying, for macro participant and others were still on the ground helping us get the word out about the the October 15th, 55th anniversary of the Black Panther Party, the upcoming December the 4th, International Revolutionary Day, and our ongoing relationship. You know what I'm saying? In fact, Charles King over Macro had commented when he had seen the cast members come to a restaurant in Los Angeles. He said he had never seen like how the cast was still sticking together. You know, so he said he's never seen it doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? And people come in, they read the script, do their part. Even Dominique Fishback, who portrayed portrayed Deborah Johnson, she talked about like, usually on a movie set, whoever's doing their part, you go to your trailer and you go rest. You're not concerned. You come in, say your lines, and you go. But people would stay on the set 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Even after the filming, you know what I'm saying, there'll be times that I happen to be in Ohio, they filmed in Cleveland, Ohio, and I happen to go be speaking at the acknowledgement or anniversary, I had to use that term, but acknowledgement of the day Tamir Rice was murdered in Ohio by the police. And I got through speaking, and I didn't recognize some of the people. I said, look kind of familiar. Lo and behold, it was the cast. The cast from Judas and Black Messiah, and this wasn't in the contract. They didn't have to come, sent to the event, but also this is part of the ongoing relationship that we have.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, this is being hosted through the School of Education. So can you talk about like the importance and why it's so important to for the people to control the legacy in terms of the education, right? So to control the narrative. Not just Chairman Fred, but the party, and just put into proper context all these different attempts to hijack that narrative. Everything from Jay-Z all the way back, you can think of throughout the years trying to hijack the legacy. And so, why it's important in terms of educating, the youth, and why it was so important for y'all to have those struggles and control who was being able to tell the story, what story was being told.
Given you want me to go with this one? This on me?
Chairman, you got it.
All right. These are students we're speaking to. The majority of students, right?
Students, but it's everybody too. So.
Okay. Well, let me say this. One of the unique dynamics of the Black Panther Party was that they married, they wedded theory and practice. The issue, a major issue I have, and we had this battle, even with the movie, there were continuously attempts to say that the intellectuals was the spokespersons. You know what I'm saying? And even we're going through some battles right now as we speak. Forces was saying that there are a list of people they want us to contribute about this proposed book, with Chairman Fred. This is the go-to people, not the intellectuals. And no slight on that, you know what I'm saying? But in many cases, in our community, the Black community in particular, but colonized communities in general, you have a relationship like it was depicted in that movie, School Days, where it's divorced. There's no connection. When I would speak at universities, I would literally go I would come in incognito. I would come in before and not, just listen, find out what's going on. And then, I recall one time, I think in North Carolina, a university I spoke at, and a young man was beat by this notorious police. Police had pulled his arm out the window, beating him. The police had a notorious history. And I was telling the students, I said, I need y'all to come to this college campus speaking that night. And they were like, man, we don't fool with them. You know what I'm saying? They don't fool with us. We don't deal with them. We don't have no relationship with them. And I said, just come. I said, just come. Just I said, follow our lead. And we got to them. I was speaking to the class at school, and it was both of us. In fact, I at the time was doing a tour M1 Dead Prayers, and I said, on this third go around, we're either going to take them to the point that the students, that the people in the community, you know what I'm saying? I said, I'm going to see I'm going to fill it out, their morale. If they're ready to go, we're going to do a massive call in to the police station. Or ideally, we're going to go down to the police station and get that brother out of the jail. And in the deal, in our times, you can't do that with a lot of people because they don't, especially with the students. Like a lot of stuff, you get caught with this book context. Like, that's not, the book does not say that you're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to come speak 45 minutes and that's it. Or you move a certain quarter. We have an unconventional way. Not that we're reactionaries, but we, you know what I'm saying? Our main ingredient of struggles is that of the people. And if you limit yourself to just that of the book, just that of the context, you know what I'm saying? It's an old axiom that goes, theory without practice is blind. Theory without practice is blind. And we add on to that. The Black Panther Party Cubs, we add on to that. Practice without theory is you taking a chance that you came up lucky and got lucky that time. In other words, you shooting the dice. But we wed theory and practice. So we took these forces, we was talking, laying out the history, and you know what I'm saying, we got them, and we ended up going out to the police station, Chapel Hill, I believe it was, in North Carolina. Front page of the newspaper next day. The police said they don't want me come out to North Carolina no more. We got that brother out that night. And we got the community, you know what I'm saying, to come together, you know. And so we have what we call the Black Panther Party Cubs, an educational ethic. Again, an educational ethic. We say, you know, making a class project to work on the cases of Sundiata at Colley, Mumia Abu Jamal, you know what I'm saying, the C numbers, you know what I'm saying, your brother, sit down the street, a class project with Hunters Point, when the toxic waste is over there, a class project. So you're not just engaging in a bunch of, you know, talk and theory. In fact, similar to like Commandante Fidel Castro had the program that for students become get trained and educated in the medical field. He said under the criteria was inclusive that you would have to take whatever you learn and go back and apply it to your respective community. Not, you know what I'm saying? Because in many cases, the Black community, you hear about in the places like Africa, you know what I'm saying, throughout the world, colonized communities, is called a brain drain, where certain people are tapped into and they take the resources out of it, you know what I'm saying? And you end up benefiting the ruling class. Minister U.E.P. Newton said that we must flip the script, take the bourgeoisie skills and make them work in the interest of the masses. So we challenge those, you know what I'm saying, on the schools, institutions, you know what I'm saying? Get real deal spokesperson to come there, you know? I remember calling out some colleges on one university, this before, it was years ago. And the guy was talking, without, you know, Black History Month program. He was talking about the, you know, they were trying to get five honorarium, like a $50 honorarium to get me down there. But they were saying how they had Smokey Robinson and Kanye West, you know what I'm saying, for $100,000 speaking at the university, you know, for Black History Month. It's strategic, you know what I'm saying? You look at the students doing the BSUs and during the 1960s, you know what I'm saying? They took a stance. They called the question, no, this we cannot afford the luxury to just be, you know what I'm saying, and here hee-hawing and funny tickling. You know what I'm saying? We gonna you see, it was similar to the call that was put out in Attica. You know what I'm saying? When they said, no, we demand Chairman Bobby Seale, the Black Panther Party, and others to come down and to do observe what's going, community observers, what's going on inside these places. So we have to get some real dear relationships with the schools, with, you know what I'm saying, with inside the camps. When we doing that, Cook County Jail right now, the largest county jail in the country, this past September 11th, ironically, anniversary, you know what I'm saying, after the uprising of Attica, 1971. 58 prisoners, Division 9, Cook County Jail, refused to lock up due to the unsanitary conditions in there. And the sheriff of Cook County Jail, Tom Dart, had attempted to deem me as some sort of gang chief, because he said he never seen this many prisoners stand together. And the members of the guys in the county jail said, wait a minute, some of us not even in any organization, some of us come from different organizations. We, you know, so we want him as a community observer to come in here. You know what I'm saying? So they try to come with this, the administration, prison administration, say, well, where did you come in via through a Zoom? We said, no. We have to come in there. We have to you know, smell the details of it. You know what I'm saying? And touch down with the people in there. And that's where we have to up the ante, because other than that, the state will give us these palatable people. In other words, these people who, you know what I'm saying, who euthanize our conditions. And we have to up the ante on our college campuses, you know what I'm saying, the prison, the streets, the music studios, all of that. We have to up the ante.
Yeah, so one of the things we talked about in the class meetings was the Rainbow Coalition and the history of the real Rainbow Coalition. Can you speak to a little bit of that?
Yes, the Rainbow Coalition, authored and created by Chairman Fred, to bring these groups together. And I always make sure I stress that it wasn't for them all to sing together or make a quilt or anything, to sing Kumbaya, but it was to give direction to various groups to work in their own communities, to set up survival unite against what we call then police brutality. It is, and it is clearly police terrorism that oppressed and colonized communities all over the world experience. So, Chairman Fred, another thing about the Rainbow Coalition, a lot of times people refuse to include the Black Disciples and the Blackstone Rangers. These groups were not put together to join the Black Panther Party, but to work in their own communities. Let's say setting up a breakfast program. You know, and that's before any school had a free breakfast and free lunch program. The Black Panther Party was revolutionary. We were mandated wherever we were to set up these breakfast programs in our community. Other groups, Puerto Rican community, they set up breakfast programs there. And the Young Patriots, a white nationalist organization that had used the American flag on them. You know, were not revolutionary, but they could commit a revolutionary act in taking a stance against police terrorism, police brutality, establishing breakfast programs in their community, and recognizing the leadership, the vanguard of the Black Panther Party as the vanguard of the revolutionary struggle here in the heart of the most oppressive country, USA. So this Rainbow Coalition, because it had a whole bunch of groups in it, they didn't hold meetings or hang out together or anything like that, but they took the principles of the Black Panther Party and established those survival programs in their community. So that's a really important thing. I think the people should, really pay attention to. It's been a lot of misinformation put out about the Rainbow Coalition. You know, like everybody came together and they had meetings and this, that, and other. We met at a rally, you know what I'm saying, or various events, but it wasn't, to get any of those groups to be Black Panthers or Panthers to be part of those other groups. But we worked in coalition, and it's very important in coalition that the Black Panther Party was recognized as a vanguard of a revolutionary struggle during that period. Jimmy, you want to add?
Yes, indeed. Right on. You know, Chairman Fred has says that revolution is a scientific art that must be perfected. A scientific art that must be perfected. And, in many cases, many people engage in romanticism or, sometimes I hold my tongue on, addressing some of the details on, some of the dynamics, what I'm saying, because that, not only Chairman Fred with the Black Panther Party had took on, whether it be the, survival programs, whether it be, Chairman Fred authoring the Rainbow Coalition, because the deal is, Mother Conrad's always, when she always, says the old axiom, often imitated, never duplicated from the Black Panther Party. And in many cases, people have to really, it's kind of like a meal, like a good meal that you say, says, say the matriarch or, and your family prepares a great meal, and, and people sometimes people say, well, I'm going to go somewhere else and get this same meal, you know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't take as long, to get a hamburger from McDonald's. It takes, saying, the actual meal. I'm going to go do, go to get to see about the Rainbow Coalition with this other group and, play game. And people, they trivialize it. And so in many cases, it's good to let people go through those experiences to really come back and really appreciate the legacy. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that you're ego tripping, because one of the setbacks with doing this work, you know what I'm saying, or anytime that you engage in something, if you make it look too easy, some people think it's easy, you know what I'm saying, and they devalue it, and that's dangerous when you're talking about a revolutionary organization, when you devalue it, because you put your guards down with it. And the deal is, as we say, the Black Panther Party legacy: protect it, respect it, and never neglect it. Everything down to the language, to the terms. I seen some comments on the interview I did the other day, and someone said, man, he's speaking referencing me. He speaks his own language, And then I was watching some old footage of the Black Panther Party, and just with the terms, in the climate, you know what I'm saying, it was a different dynamic. And language is political, and the time, and like, you know, there was some instances where people would try to take certain tidbits out of the recipe that this matriarch in your family made, and they said, well, it has this ingredient. It's the same thing as this. People will take axioms like what Malcolm X said about any means necessary, and they'll take that and switch it around and use it, you know what I'm saying, in different contexts. And the deal is, sometimes you have to let that dynamic flow out. Like, you know, there's a recent case where another bogus group had popped up, you know, attempting to use Chairman Fred's name, and a lot of people say, you know, Jim, when are you going to respond? So you going to say this? And I said, listen, you got to be I'm very careful what I give life to. And anyway, these individuals of the entity, they were trying to, they were justifying their relationships with some white nationalists to say, okay, you know what I'm saying, similar to that, you know what I'm saying, they had Chairman Fred deal with the Rainbow Coalition. And without the politics, you can take certain dynamics and say, okay, well, this person, you know what I'm saying, met with this person. But with politics, you have to time, context. It's like everything. I'm telling you, you have to put stuff in context. Like you just don't say Chairman Mao Zedong met with President Richard Nixon. You know what I'm saying? You have to put in context what was going on, what was the dynamics going on. In fact, even social media does that. Facebook has a thing where they got like a fact checking. And you can put something up and they will send it back. You say, you said that out of context. This is what social media does. So it's important that we just the timing. Like it was a group of individuals they were playing Panther, and we went to address it. We don't say we had to gauge. In many cases, we call it like chapter checks, and we seen these individuals. These individuals are like literally younger than me, and they were saying they were the Black Panther Party. And a lot of people get engaged in liberalism, and oh, that's beautiful, that's good. We all come together, but you're playing with a legacy. You tap with a legacy. In many cases, whether the individuals know or not, the government, the state will hold them up. They'll raise them up and say, here's your airtime. Get on our news cam, because we still need to destroy that legacy. So sometimes it's a combination of nefarious and naivety. You know what I'm saying? And Chairman Fred would say, half these cats agents, rest of them just dumb. By the time I'm stupid, by the time I figure out which one it is, I'll be in the penitentiary of the graveyard. So we was laying out to them some of the contradictions. I said, listen, just say something as simple as a photograph of you all with your cell phones. They said, well, what do you mean? I said, to you it's no big deal. And you're saying you're Black Panther. So now someone sees a photograph of these individuals with cell phones. This takes away the significance of an organization in Chicago fed 3,500 children, at least, free breakfast program, without any social media, without any cell phones, without, you know what I'm saying, with police beating you down, they catch you going by the payphone. You know what I'm saying? What you put in context, what made this revolutionary organization. It's important to put stuff in context. When you tell a history about even what does someone do now? You say, wait a minute, this was during the time of the pandemic, coronavirus. Oh, now I see. So it's important to fight to keep things in context. So again, the Rainbow Coalition, there has been countless attempts. As Malcolm X said, when they told the March on Washington, say, well, the state says, don't stop, can't stop it, co-opt it, water it down, change it, make it something to be. There are countless attempts. So people take the legacy of the Black Panther Party and try to switch around. The people their political muscle must be tightened to the point they can recognize, whoa, that's live. That's Memorex. That's authentic. That's counterfeit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You go into the different gas station stores, and so you come in. People, they put the money all up to the light. See this counterfeit. It's certain that you should. Some people say, well, do you get to run through a machine? They say, no. How you know? Person, I seen $100 bill before. I know what it looks like. They don't say this ain't it. There are people who have never, then you have those who have never seen it. So they have to at least humble themselves and say, well, does anyone have a machine I can check this with? So there are some people who have never seen the Black Panther Party. I'm talking not just them, their parents. They were, they had no frame. Their parents were too, either, put it plainly, punked out to mention the Black Panther Party. So they have to do so. But then you have those who say, whoa, no, I know them. I know what that is. But those who have not have to at least humble themselves a year and say, well, wait a minute. Man, we fortunate. What do you mean we fortunate? I'm going to go find this book Well, this person in the Black Panther, no, this author wrote this book. Did Black Panther Party sanction it? No. Well, so anybody just wrote this book, and well, it's in a book, it's authentic. This person, who is this? Who is this author? Well, this, you know what I'm saying? You have to do community checks. You know what I'm saying? You go, you say, man, let me go check this $100 bill. Where you going? I'm going down the street. This little child, 8-year-old child who never seen a dollar bill. Why would you go to that person? What's in you that you don't want to? There's a currency exchange right here. There's someone who has a history of, who can look at, who has the eye. You mean to tell me you won't come out December the 4th? You won't come out August 30th when the Chairman Fred's widow, the one that was in the room, the one that was in the middle of the Black Panther Party, you mean to tell me you won't do? No, you're going to go. What's in you that you're going to go out your way? Maybe you have a vested interest in pushing counterfeit cash. There's going to be a run on the bank. The commission's going to be so intense that the masses can smell that counterfeit cash.
The masses can smell that counterfeit cash.
So we got a question from someone. Why do you think the U.S. government should view the Black Panther Party as a threat?
You want to take that? You want to get that camera?
Black Panther Party was deemed the greatest threat to the internal security of this country. This was when the Vietnam War was going on.
I'm going to detail in a minute.
Other things, going on around the world. And the FBI director, Edgar Hoover, had vowed to destroy it by the end of 1969. Chairman Fred Jr. says all the time, it wasn't because they were wearing black leather jackets. It wasn't because a lot of groups wore black leather jackets. It wasn't because they had guns. A lot of people had guns. But the Black Panther Party was a political organization, a revolutionary organization that was had an ideology, and it had a practice that was married to the theory so that people could participate, learn by observation and participation, and participate in their own fight for self-determination at whatever level to politicize and heighten their awareness of what's going on, understanding the difference, that the lines of demarcation drawn between the people and the pigs, the people and the state, and to be able to identify state institutions, to understand the police as an occupying army, which in oppressed and colonized black communities, there was no such thing as officer friendly. That's some stuff you saw on the TV in white communities. The miseducation of our children, all of those things were things that impacted our lives. And as Chairman used to always say, and still we can still say that everything is political to enhance and help develop the growth of American U.S. domination worldwide, and black people in this country were colonized inside the walls of this U.S. government. So that was it. The fear of the party being able to mobilize people and organize people at great levels and have them at this point really fighting their own interests. That was the threat to the Black Panther Party.
You want me to tap on the comrade?
Yes.
Just reiterate the tag team with the comrades laid out. Not from the horses. To add on what she said, but also in addition, not from the horse's mouth, but from the pig's mouth. Former Attorney General John Mitchell, former Director of the FBI J. Edgar Hoover, and the likes. Former United States President Richard Milhouse Nixon rode in a helicopter over the Illinois chapter headquarters of Black Panther Party, November 14th or 15th, 1969. And what's significant about that date is this is right after the assassination of Spurgeon Jake Winters, south side of Chicago, after he defended himself and took down two or three police, but they shot his body up over 30 minutes, just shot the bottom of his feet up. Spurgeon Jake Winters. This is who the medical center was named after. This is who Algie Smith had portrayed in the movie Judas and the Black Messiah. President Richard Milhouse Nixon said, they got the last one, we get the next one. The FBI had called a special meeting. They said after Spurgeon J. Gwyneth had defended themselves, they said, what's making these niggas move with the spirit of Quantrill? Quantrill was a Confederate general. And the response was, man, it's Chairman Frazier having the Black Panther Party. It was a different dynamic. See, even the resistance, the state has a dynamic, like, let's just draw an analogy to a football game. If you win a football game, but you win on, playing by their rules and their turn, they can go back and look at the game plan and say, okay, this is how they got that in. This is how we still control, we still got the referee, we still own a scoreboard, so we can write this down so it doesn't breed future, this really doesn't pose a threat. Now, if you win or even quote unquote lose on your own terms, now we have a problem. Them cats were saying they didn't huddle the way that we say you huddle. When the referee blew the whistle, they didn't yield to it. You know what I'm saying? They offensive foul was, we called it. They didn't bow down to it. You have an organization that stood up in theory and practice, even when it wasn't popular. A lot of people talk this stuff. Oh yeah, man, we have an issue with the system, but you'll see them go down there, ask for validation for everything from, could you validate our relationships? Could you validate our feelings? Could you do a study on and lay out, make it official that, that there's racism in this country? Could you make it official that, that the police had killed us? And even when the police or even in the ruling class say, well, you can see it right for yourself. We need, a lot of organizations say, no, we need you to put your USDA stamp of approval on it. Could you go down there? Could you give us a degree? Because this person in my community, I think he's kind of intelligent. Because there's some way that you can validate that. And when you have an organization, that's coming out saying, "Hey, did this here." I'm an SIU on a college campus, going to be a medical trying to be a medical student, and it was at Carbondale University. Was that Doc Satchel? Oh, he's at Circle Campus. Circle Campus. I don't know where I get SIU from. Okay. He and Chairman Fred come speak at the university, at the college. He comes down. He sacrificed all that. Next thing you know, this man, he's a deputy minister of health for the Black Panther Party. Didn't get a sanction by the state. Got the people's advocate, making sure you treat it with respect. So effective that people in Vietnam to this day talk about him. Chairman Fred talking about the organ harvesting, the organ theft, but way before it becomes popular discussion. Chairman Fred telling you if you're sick, don't go down to Cook County Hospital. Because you go down to the common cold, you come up, you're dead, just so somebody else needed your brain tissue, your sex organs. Come see Dr. Feel Good. When a lot of organizations out there say, well, what's his degree? What's his degree? I need to see some sheepskin. You know what I'm saying? And Chairman Fred said, you go into you ask the cats on 16th Street. You ask the mass of people, who organization that stood up and didn't wait for the a study to come out and say tuberculosis is disproportionately impacting Black people. So the state said, well, we got a problem because these cats are not yielding to the rules that we laid out, and not make it so bad. They not yielding to it. They don't want it. See, Chairman Fred told me, said, we down in the valley. A lot of cats want to be crazy as it sound. Field Marshal George Jackson, the Black Panther Party, say, capitalism is such a foul piece of pie that even if I could have a piece, I'd rather not. That's a different dynamic. And this presented a problem because then it becomes ingrained, becomes contagious. You know what I'm saying? We're second nature. When you watch the news, you ain't got to go back and have nobody do no study for you. You ain't got to, you know what I'm saying? You don't resort to no reactionary assessments like saying nothing like guilty until proved innocent. We don't give a fuck if they convict minister you. We say free you, sky's the limit. We don't care. We don't care what the judge said. This and your point is what? It's a confidence that a lot of organizations, a lot of individuals cannot relate to. And you see over 90% of the COINTELPRO they're right to the Black Panther Party. Political education, in fact, political education, in fact, what we doing right here, this, in fact, our radio, our Freedom All Radio, some we have some cats, like, a lot of cats need to be spelled out for them. A lot of people, as I said earlier, language is political. And when you organize it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people they need what they call Robert Rules of Order. They need some sort of official statement to say something, is what it is, as opposed to when you have a mass line, as Malcolm X said. Malcolm X said he learned America's history not through its universities, but through its ghettos and through its prisons. The Black Panther Party turned to communities and the classrooms. One individual, one of the comrades, he's on here right now. He acknowledged that he's been to the school, teachers in the schools, all that. When he came to Chicago, he said, I was read about Chairman Fred for 15 years. Talked to him, interviewed, listened to radio shows, talked to him, been with him. He said, I didn't know who Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. was till I rode the streets of Chicago with him for 15 minutes. See, we political education, man. See, Chairman Fred said the Black Panther Party just talking about the kids, children are hungry. They implementing programs. You see, we deal in contested conditions. You get to know yourself through our political education. You know what I'm saying? One sister told me one time, well, Chairman, my husband really wants to work with you, but he can't come out because the coronavirus, the pandemic. I said, what Shakespeare say? She said, what you mean, Shakespeare? I said, Shakespeare said, to die itself be true. Your husband wasn't coming out before the coronavirus. Your husband, she started laughing. You can't get down with us. You know what I'm saying? You got to get there and deal with the conditions. When I was locked up, when I was a political prisoner, one of the best cellmates, I had a few cellmates in my life. Mother Conrad, one of my cellmates. That was a hell of a cellmate I had before. Another good cellmate I had was a guy by the name of Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. I watched him under contested conditions. The political education, theory and practice. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? So even the Freedom All Radio, this is political education. Everything's political. Words and terms and fashion, how you view certain things, how your language, what you can relate to, all of that, music. And there's a difference between politics and electoral politics. Politics, again, how when you watch the news, be honest with yourself, what's your first response? How do you view the Black Panther Party? When you hear certain terms, you know what I'm saying? It's when a sister called today, right? A sister called today. She been doing work in Chicago for quite some time. I'm gonna shout her out. Sister K Love. She's in Baltimore at a barbershop. She's in Baltimore at the barber. She moved to Baltimore. Her and her guy, her man, they're at the barbershop. Some other brothers in there talking, and she say, Chairman, the brothers here saying they know you. And I said, no, I know. And so I said, put me on speakerphone. So the brother said, hey, what's going on? He said, she didn't believe I told her I know you. I said, no. When you said Fred, he said, huh? I said, don't look around, because he trying to figure how do I know what he said as opposed to saying Chairman. He was like, man, I said, I'm not in there. I said, I'm not there. That structure you can pick up on. I say, see, in our community, there are class contradictions. You know what I'm saying? And there's certain things I can tell people, be honest with yourself. Which even people say, well, I don't know what you're saying, because I didn't read that. I didn't read Revolutionary Suicide. I didn't go to this class. Listen, everyone has a political line. They may not can articulate it or not. And Stephen Biko of the Black Consciousness Movement said that Black people in particular must grasp the ability to distinguish intelligence from the ability to articulate. It's a podcast that they had me on the Ghetto Boys. I'm holding my tongue. I said, watch the comments. Watch who says what. And it's coming out. Stuff that's already been through political. One guy told me, people say, well, man, why you don't never be on Vlad TV? And people say, man, they not letting them on Vlad TV. And it's coming out. I've been clear on this. Everything political, from who's like the street sign for Chairman Fred. People say, everybody can get a street sign. Every preacher, everybody get a street sign. I said, okay. We got a saying in Chicago, when you say something, you say, I bless your heart. You don't know no better. We went through the process. And even those who, even the politicians who didn't know who Chairman Fred was, they can feel it. They can smell that stench of self determination. They can smell it. I told it's a brother named Face, Ghetto Boys. One time, Dr. Dre was on Vlad TV. And they talking about how he's a great billionaire. They sell it to us. They're not talking about the connection with Jimmy Iovine. They just put the poster child up there. Oh yes, we finally made it. How the Portuguese do in Brazil. You know how the French do in Haiti. They put Papa Doc and Baby Doc up there. They don't. So that way you can get to chasing that carry. You don't see that hunter. You don't see that Remington rifle behind that. Because deal is to get you to believe in that, to chase that carrot. So one day you could be Dr. Dre. You don't see that. You don't see, ironically, the aftermath. So, and Face has said something they don't like. Yeah, man. This stage in the games, I hear Face. I say, Face, I love you, man. You would never be in that particular status. Similar to me, I say it's Mike Tyson says, I'm not going to be this super rich person. The deal is that it's like that. It's a piece called the dog show. Where they go capture these dogs, these pit bulls in particular. I told Face, I said, Face, we are those dogs in that room when they come in. The dog catchers, the trainers, they come in. Certain dogs, they look at him and say, oh, that's nice. My daughter would love this one. Wash him up. Matter of fact, you ain't got to wash him up. He's safe. Well, miss, this is a pit bull. She can look in the dog's eyes. It's no problem. Take him home. Well, you want to get him? No, I know he has no, even the fleas are safe with him to take. Then there are certain dogs, either we don't know it, they see it in our eyes, they smell it, they say, down him, down her. They can smell it, and it's political. Reverend Nat Turner, the master of the plantation, the brother would tell the lady, why is you letting this man go around preaching? She said, he's preaching the word of God. He said, no. She said, he has the same Bible that everyone else had. He said, no. It's a different response. See, Minister U.E.P. Newton, even when there was internal struggles in the Black Panther Party, Minister U.E.P. Newton said, we must even politicize the gun. What made our gun different than the pig's gun? You know what I'm saying? See, once they politicized the gun, that's when you seen Senator Mulford call for the Panther bill. Say, disarm them. Now the gun is a problem. So the gun wasn't a problem before when the cats getting out. He said, no, it's a different gun. This is a different gun. This is a different leather jacket. This is a different organization. This is a different individual. And the ante was up. This has the potential to produce a different James Brown. A different James Brown who one day kicking it with Kissinger and Nixon. Man, after H.R. Brown, I know he man Jamal Amin, ride that on, he come back out saying, I'm black and I'm proud. This is a different dynamic from the devil disciples to the black disciples. From the Blackstone Rangers to the Black Peace Stone Nation. And it's political. It's a different student that goes up and say, man, read. Matter of fact, I'll give you a better example. When I was held captain, I was locked up, they came through and they swept all the libraries and said, get Solidaire brother from Georgia, get it up out of here. It says, been here. He said, wasn't a problem before. It wasn't a problem before. His presence alone now presents a problem. It presents a problem, and it's political. I want to throw a couple of announcements out here too while I can. Tonight we're gonna be sending the links out, y'all, at 9:30 tonight Central Time. We having a virtual birthday party for two phenomenal forces. Frederica Newton, the widow of Minister U.E.P. Newton, and also Akua and Jerry, widow of Chairman Fred Hampton. Her birthday was 2 days ago, Akua and Jerry's. Frederica Newton's birthday is 2 days from now. We combine it. You talking about the sister cities is going down. It's 9:30 tonight. Also, I'm gonna get some comments. I need Ben, if you still listening, type in somebody give me a link where people can go to for the Artists for the Hampton House. We have an event for the Artists for the Hampton House. It's a virtual thing. You can buy art support. It's going to for the Hampton House. I'm gonna be performing. Rakim gonna be doing his piece from Judas and Black Messiah. This is December 3rd. Then December the 4th is International Revolutionary Day. Y'all, yep, real talk. So y'all make sure y'all tune in.
I just put it in the chat for everybody. We gotta wrap things up on the Zoom.
Okay.
Move it over to the radio. So I just want to make sure if y'all got anything else you want to make sure it's going tonight.
thank you for this opportunity to talk to everybody. And this political education continues every Wednesday at 6:30 Central Time, Fremont Radio, and Chairman, you can get the numbers out. I don't have them in my head right now. And Intellectual Radio and Fremont Radio every Wednesday, 6:30 Central Time. It's a political education, just like the Panther said, Black Panther newspaper. This is political education that you can tune into every week. And pretty soon they're gonna have it together with all this other these different social media things so people have all kind of access to.
Yes, indeed. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. Every Wednesday, Fremont Radio. We working on. Matter of fact, we're gonna get an official podcast. So we're working on that. Go to that Ghetto Boys podcast. Hit them comments. Go in there, flood them. Put the word out. You know what I'm saying? Up there, and go to Say the Hampton House at .org. Go to the donate button. Cash App $ Say the Hampton House. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you support you can. Come on out for December 4th, International Revolutionary Day. Put you got the link up. Bachelor for December 3rd. Ben just put it this. He's in queue. I don't know if you get. I'm gonna have him call in the radio. I'm gonna talk about this now on Fremont Radio. But thank y'all for having us. We appreciate y'all. Fremont, call. Fremont, come in. Fremont. Okay, now. Let me try something real quick. I'm gonna try this New York thing one more time. Okay. Okay, go ahead and try this Instagram. Fremont, who we get? Okay, you still on air, Mother Comrade?
Yeah.
Okay, you still? I'm still on the radio show. Okay, let me try to call this new radio station one time. Okay. 1 second. Okay, where you at? Okay, give me thanks. I'm trying to call this. Call now. Don't call it. Okay. 1, 2, 9. Okay, Sister Comrade Devin, you can't I got a call in queue in 1 minute. Let me see get this New York call in real quick. We got 30 minutes. Yeah, I gotta go get ready for the big shindig to take a breather with the party tonight. Okay. Say the Hampton House.
Chairman, this is co-host.
Okay, right on, Coles, right on. Okay, right. Okay, I'm trying to call this. Right on. Bring us a call, whatever call we got. Let me come up out of this New York call. Okay. Let me go. Bring whatever call we got in queue. Right on. I'm gonna ask some of these questions we got on live. Bring some of these in real quick now. Oh, get these links out to everybody, though we can, because we have the links for the virtual party tonight. Because those, y'all remember last time we had this Zoom thing? It was hacked crazy. You know what I'm saying? Oh my, it was not a pretty sight. So y'all, we look at me. I'm touching like it's huh?
I said we don't want that.
No, at all. So y'all, let's get those. Let me get those links to y'all. Let me make sure we get that ready to go too. Call his brother, make sure we good to go on that. So, Sister Comrade, we got any callers in queue? I think Beyond you and Q, you in the call in queue?
Grandma, no calls today, but please press 1 to come into queue. Grandma.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Okay. You say no calls in queue. 929-477-3785, and press 1. Okay, you turn this around. Okay. 929-477-3785, then press 1. You said you in queue? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. I did. I can. All right. All right.
Grandma, call is 612-836.
Yep. Welcome to Fremont Radio.
Hey, Chairman, this is Benjamin Henning. Free them all, feed them all.
Hey, Fremont, feed them all. Welcome to Fremont Radio. Right on. Right
on. Hey, I just want to amplify the event that we're doing Friday night, the night before IRD at the Kieran Center in Chicago, 5628. We're doing an artist for the Hampton House. We have more than 30 unique original works of art that are being included. We have an original piece by Emery Douglas, Frank Frazier, Asali Dixon, Sholo Beverly. I just couldn't be more excited. We have we have 9 restaurants. We have a brewery, a black-owned brewery here in Chicago, Chairman, that will be providing the dine, delight, discover aspect of the event. But it's going to be an amazing, spectacular event at the center. I'm so excited to be there with you, Mother Akua, and all of our special guests and our community and the people that are going to be there. So I put the links, Chairman, in the YouTube chat. And it has the link to the ticket sales as well as the link to the auction site that has all of the items that are being updated by the hour as pieces come in for this event, and all the support from Chicagoland and nationwide artists for Save the Hampton House. So I'm just excited to be here with you tonight to share and amplify the event we're doing on Friday, but most importantly, the event that takes place every year on December 4th at Ground Zero, and then the Wall, and then the Hampton House, and the Aquatic Center. So amazing things are going to be happening this weekend. I'm just proud to be part of it with you guys, showing revolutionary love to the Hampton family.
Respect and right on. You know, we on the countdown. You said you threw some legendary names out there with these pieces of art. So I don't know if y'all heard the pieces that we have and where they're coming from. We need those who, unfortunately, who can't be there directly. We need to go online and check this out. We need to share this. We need to see how can we support this, y'all. Again, this is December 3rd. This is the preliminary, I guess, before the pre-IRD. This is the day before. Those who are in the area, the Karen Center. You know what I'm saying? So again, I think Ben, you said you got the information posted in the chat on YouTube.
Yep.
Okay.
It's in the comment section.
Yeah, but if you can say give us some what else make those who listening so they can find this again. Is it posted on Save the Hampton House the website? Is it, or where could they find those who just listening? Where could they find it at?
Oh, so where they can find it out. Let me get back to you on that in just a second. I want to make sure I read the web address off to you correctly.
Okay.
I just want to go back to what you just mentioned, Chairman. We have Emery Douglas, who is one of the original artists for the Black Panther Party newspaper, who actually helped refine the actual Black Panther for the logo of the Black Panther Party. So it doesn't get more influential than Emery Douglas. You move on to Colley Dixon. She is the only female woman artist for the Black Panther Party newspaper from 72 to 74. Absolutely incredible to have her involved in this project. And then we also have Frank Frazier, who's just an influential Black artist who's done works that is focused on making sure that Black works are represented in museums across the world, obviously in America and across the world. But he has included a piece that was donated by Frederica Newton, who we're going to be with later on this evening, from the Huey P. Newton Foundation collection. It's 4 original works of art, silk screened, signed, numbered, Frank Frazier as well. So
So if I'm going to go in here just really quickly to make sure I have the right website, Chairman. For tickets, we are looking at, it's an Eventbrite link. It's Eventbrite/artist for the Hampton House Island Auction fundraiser.
One more time if you can.
Eventbrite.com.
What?
Eventbrite.com, artist for the Hampton House Silent Auction fundraiser.
Could someone post this on listen on Instagram, also on YouTube? Could someone repost this, reshare it? Those who are on Facebook, put this out. We're on the countdown. Literally on the countdown, y'all. I mean, I hope I'm not speaking too. My hopes not too loud. But the weather is good. The weather is good. So let's again. Let's see how this road is good weather, y'all. And so come on out there, those who can make it to the Karen Center, and then go in for a few hours and come on back out for December 4th, 12 o'clock, right there, 2337 West Chairman Fred Hampton Way. For those who still ain't caught up yet, Monroe, Monroe and Western. And I also just mentioned again tonight, what I'm saying, get y'all a breathe after Freedom on Radio, then come on out. We're gonna get the link to you. You can email savethehamptonhouse@gmail. Again, we're trying to take some precautions because he got real super. The hacking was off the hook, so we're gonna get. I'm gonna be some people, I'll be texting y'all those links, and you might say, "What is this link about?" That's for the event tonight. That's as you see on the flyer for the show. That's actually Deborah Cohen Jerry with the bust of Chairman Fred statue. Also Frederica Newton with the bust, the statue of Minister U.E.P. Newton, Dr. U.E.P. Newton. So y'all tune in. Y'all again. We got moves to make, y'all. So everything is political, including art. So again, put the word out. Say, man, what you gonna grace your walls with? People say I'm in this pandemic. This pandemic got us bored. I'm sick of looking at the walls, looking at the paint dry. So, well, let's go bid on some of these pieces. That's hey, dress them walls up. Just dress them walls up. Get some that real deal art, y'all. The artist for the Hampton House is going down. It's going down. Make say, come on out, y'all. I'm on it, my sister. Right, yep. More and G-Ball. I miss y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, man. I know y'all. If these forces in town, they would definitely be there. And those who, don't charge it to my heart. Who have not got the flyer or the link, don't hesitate to text me. I'm sending that link to you ASAP. And Frederica Newton that asked me earlier. She been moving and grooving, and she said, "Well, we would have come in a few minutes later." I hey, listen, you and Mother Curry, how do you say this? Y'all party. You can get there late. You want to sit back and, man, all we ask y'all, man, enjoy yourself, And I just, I do not take for granted, we have such forces amongst us, I know a lot of people say, "Am I hearing it right?" Who birthday we celebrating together? And sometimes I hate when I was sitting there and I sympathize with Mother Comrade because she told me, she says, Chairman, Chairman jump up, late at night, hamp, he call it hamp, hit. What about say I'm finna make I'm finna do this move here, they're throwing it up for you, and that's and it's a blessing, the burden to ain't no conventional hours. You know what I'm saying? You say, okay, well, 10 o'clock, stop thinking about this, time to go get some rest. So that's one of the things I like about that movie too. One of Judas and Black Messiah. We struggled. I said, well, I remember one time I said, well, man, you got to have a red book in here somewhere. And one time I wanted to throw it in there, the scene with Algie Spence portraying Jake Winters was at the hospital. And it wasn't in there then. But then we back and forth, Shaka King, nephew Ryan Coogler, D-Lo, Charles King, every, and it came up, that piece that they laid out, the scene with Daniel and Dominique were playing Chairman and Deborah, when they were talking about the Chairman Mountain with the long march, long walk or something, they were in the bedrooms, in bed. And see, revolution, you know what I'm saying? I mean, to be able to, man, it's intertwined in every dynamic, so it's not just cut off, well, this is an art event. This is not, this is just this, we just talking about the food. I remember going to this place, this restaurant one time, and I said, "This coffee is good," Vietnamese coffee, and the lady said, waitress said, "Oh, it's French influenced." I said, "French influenced? That's a nice way of saying." So I, I said, "That's a nice way of saying colonized." You know what I'm saying? And that, you know what I'm saying? So everything, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes, again, sometimes you hate to go. You be like, I wish I did know this, you know. But it is what we do know this, and we, you know what I'm saying, we have responsibility to put this out. So again, y'all, those who can't be here, y'all make sure y'all get there to support the artists from the Hampton House this December 3rd. And also again, come on out tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take y'all them links in a minute, ASAP. And make sure y'all hit them comments in the Ghetto Boys podcast. You know, y'all thoughts on it. And they work how they work in the algorithms. You know what I'm saying? Well, they bait and they go piece by piece. You know what I'm saying? And the timing of it coming out is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Right before December the 4th. Right on. What else? Okay, Ben, right on. What else we got? What else we got? Take my glass. I see some comments. Chairman, how can I reach you? Have the love. So long, Sister D. Sister from D. I got you a minute. Okay. All right, Ben. So give us the Eventbrite address one more time. Y'all still here? Co-host? The Eventbrite address?
The Eventbrite for the artist for the Hampton House Silent Auction fundraiser.
Yeah, is Ben still there? Yeah, yes. Did we lose Ben?
Chairman, I am still here. Yeah.
I was asking the address.
Eventbrite.com, artist for the Hampton House Silent Auction fundraiser.
Okay. My fault, co-host. This the same thing you just said. Okay, forgive me. Okay, right on, y'all. Hey, ain't no more. Hey. I'm Willie DC on the podcast. No more talk. That's what it is, y'all. It's on the popping Friday. Man. Okay, what else we got here? Free them all, feed them all. Right on. Man, appreciate you, man. Right on. Yes, indeed. This is man, y'all heard them names. Y'all heard, hey, some phenomenal art, y'all. So let me check. What else we got on? What else we got on deck? There's so much stuff going on, man. What else?
I'm not pardon me for not being on tonight. I just got it, traveling from Delaware, just getting in.
Y'all, again, you just up the back the heels of your father's funeral. So this is an auntie funeral, right?
Yeah, my aunt
Yeah.
laid her to rest in Delaware today.
Well, it go without saying. We'll say it anyway. Black Panther Party Club and community condolences to you. And yeah.
Thank y'all. Right
on. Happy birthday also to G. Rome. I don't know if he listened. He called me today. It's funny. He said, who is that? It says the minister of cakes. The minister getting the cakes. You know what I'm saying? He always makes sure who her birthday, some cakes come through. He always on point. You know what I'm saying? And y'all tune in tonight. Watch tonight. He never fails us. One of the youth troops, Ava, birthday yesterday. Comedic genius Richard Pryor, birthday today. Richard Pryor's birthday today. Yeah, who else? Y'all in some good company now, man. Who else? Somebody else? Well, to all those whose birthday we acknowledge. I just had a flashback. This young brother I had grew up with, Bunky. One day, we I don't know, I guess we 17, we 14, 15, 16. So so the little crew of cats, you know what I'm saying? They told my man, he said, Bunky said he want to get a drink or something. So everybody would say, Bunky, just yesterday, everybody celebrated, you know what I'm saying, one of the guys' birthday. Everybody just, drank something. Well, his response was, he say, listen, he say, somewhere in the world is somebody's birthday that he celebrated for. I never get Boy, that's something else, boy. Yeah, man. That's a fact. That's a fact. Somewhere in the world. Yes, indeed. Um, Sister D, happy birthday. The mother comment right on. Can't pay. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I was right on. Appreciate that. Let me say this. Those who want some other comrade something, yeah. Vestra, if you listen to something, Cash, oh man. I don't want Cash App, Alicia's Cash App $ Alicia Sims. ALICIASIMS. And I forgot the Zelle. Mother Comrade, if you listen, if you still own Mother Comrade, if you can get that, if you can say that to us, and if you can before we conclude, that number, that Zelle number, and that Cash App. And I need somebody to type this. Mother Comrade, if you can get that to me before next 5 minutes. Mother Comrade, if you listening, yeah, I need that posted. That Cash App and that Zelle. While you getting that for us, let me answer your question, sister from D. How can I reach a young person who doesn't have the love? A few people, I got to go back to some questions. I think, I mean, I'm just, how can I reach a young person who doesn't have the love and support from mom or dad? Really some direction. Thank you in advance. I've seen, mind you, we battle. So we battle for the minds and hearts of the people. There are so many contending factors. Also, um, adversarial dynamics. Like the black, again, we're fighting for the minds and hearts of the people, and with that, you have to take into account so many different dynamics. You know what I'm saying? I use an analogy like this. I say, it's like you coming in with a scalpel to do surgery. You trying to cut the cancer. You trying to cut capitalism, and some people see that scalpel as a knife. You know, so they defensive. So you have to pick the certain times. You have to you there's it's like capitalism capitalism is a hell of a drug. Capitalism is a hell of a drug. Matter of fact, quote me on that. Capitalism is a hell of a drug, and there are those who will, like when they use the drug analogy, they say, well, this person is sobering up, but if they go back to the environment, they might what you call it, fall off the wagon or whatever, And there's always, a battle, people, to especially with the child, saying and that's a I believe that the orphanages, the destruction of our families, these are strategic. You know what I'm saying? It the type the attempt to reproduce, to have allegiance to the system is done. Like I mentioned, like even with the Biden administration, how they intentionally, specifically stated how even with the crossing the border with the Mexicano um, population, how the adults will be sent back, but the children will be taken in. And a lot of people would say, well, that's nice. America cares about the children. I say, I don't know where that come from. What it does, it produces a certain type of, allegiance. So you grab, so you grab them and the state takes them in. So keep that in mind when say we, and don't despair. Don't think because the youngsters don't get it right online because it's certain things we can you can certain seeds you can plant and they get and certain storms come through and they can relate to it later on down life. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm still think about lessons that hit me. That I can grasp in. So and also we want to try to study them. See what's phenomenal. Because I mean we in this war. I mean, he get all. I mean, go look, man, the video games, the music they hitting them with. You know what I'm saying? They is. I mean, they. I mean, it's crazy. They hitting us hard. You know what I'm saying?
Lifestyle, what's acceptable and what's not.
Yeah, yeah.
What's being pushed.
And
I was looking at once again that picture makes me so sick with the white girl from South Africa, the actress with the black eye and dresses him as a girl and says he is a girl. She wanted to adopt a girl. She should have just got a girl and not a boy and tried to change him into that. But they, twisted whatever is on their mind, break them, mold them into what they want them to be, like pets and toys and
and it's and
got the Zelle and the Cash App.
Okay, give me the Zelle. Zelle is what?
773.
773. Somebody type this in while I'm going. This for birthday. What's the term you want to use? Blessings. A donation. Mother Comrade. 773. What else?
858.
858.
6769.
6769.
And the Cash App is $8.
Dollar sign.
And the least $8.
Dollar sign what?
1899.
A Sims. One what?
1899.
1899.
Like an apple. Yeah.
One. You breaking? Okay. 1A is an apple. 99.
1899.
Say what she said again. Oh, I can't hear it.
The number 8 after 7. 1899.
1899.
A is an apple. 1899. Yes.
I'm still not getting it. Okay, forgive my hearing or something. Can somebody? Okay, hold on. Text it to me, the field marshal. Yeah, hold on. Okay, Zelle. Somebody, I'm still not hearing it right. Somebody text it to me. I'm not hearing it. Forgive my hearing. I won't put the wrong thing out there. Let's try one more time. Time is the essence. One.
No, $sign.
Dollar sign.
A is an apple.
Yeah.
Sims. SIMS.
Yep.
1899.
Got it. Dollar sign. A Sims. 1899. Thank you. Okay. That's Cash Out for Mother Core and Jerry. Cash Out for the birthday. Cash Out. Dollar sign ASIMS. 1899. Also Zelle 773-858-6769. Zelle 773-858-6769. Birthday thing for Mother Comrade. Yeah, Charlize Theron. That's the right True Soldier. That's the actress. Yes, yeah. I'm looking on time. 8:24. Okay. Ooh, man. I'm running on so much coffee on the man. When I fall out, I'm gonna fall out. Man. Yes, indeed. All right, on good things. Y'all, we on the countdown. We're gonna leave. I'm gonna leave out. Go set this up. So make sure we text y'all the link, y'all, for the virtual birthday party. We can post a link up for y'all public. Email Say the Hampton House email. So we're gonna have the comrades email y'all back ASAP the link. So we're looking at 9:30. Birthday to start the virtual party. So y'all, you know what I'm saying? Come on, chill with us tonight. Come on, chill with us tonight. Any more questions? Oh, right on. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So from D, it's gonna get it in. Real talk. There was some more questions up here too. How do you go down? How you do this? Okay. You go back up. I seen some more questions earlier. How do I go back up? Okay, now. Oh, no, that right there. There you go. I see. Okay, Chairman, you. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay, Chairman, you should doing the series Judas and the Black Messiah. Yeah, I've been saying I want to do like a series. They just had a set. Yep. I want to do that. Okay. Another question.
I was when I posted Mama Akua's birthday, a lot of people was talking about her having a movie should be done on her life, and then a lot of people were like, I thought that was you. Somebody saw the Faith and Willie D podcast and said, I just saw you on Reloaded, and I was like, okay, thank you, but it was Mama Akua. They were like, y'all look alike.
The Ghetto Boys podcast. Reloaded. I keep on saying the Ghetto Boys podcast. Well, the same. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they had seen it. Yeah. They was kind of,
yeah, but they thought I was Mama Akua.
What?
Yeah. And then when I posted her picture, her happy birthday picture, a lot of people were commenting that we looked alike or we look similar. You know.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We got to find that footage. Chris found that footage. That first. I was just talking to Cole the other day about that first footage we had shot on the first years ago. The first independent movie we was working on. Okay. On movie on the chairman. Yeah, we have found. I'm gonna get that footage put up there. Yes, to answer your question, yes. Tori Dollars, are you with the Free Larry Hoover movement? Yes. Somebody I just seen another question up here. Someone put up there. Imam Malik, yes, all that. Yes, all that. Free them all, yes, all that and more. Yes, indeed. $12 extra quick, yeah. Matter of fact, I may be in LA on the 9th. In Atlanta just had a birthday for him yesterday. I wasn't able to make that, but yes. Email Jimmy Alameen, yes, I'm with yes, yeah, all that. Your brother, sister down the street was to call free them all. Yes, indeed, definitely, emphatically, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hashtag, no doubt. Who I just yesterday I talked to Larry yesterday. Yes, indeed. Yes. Without question. No doubt. I just see the comments some more. Free man Malik. Yes. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Y'all, you can put up it's an interview that's still relevant. I deal with him, man. Jimmy Alameen too. Where could it, is that on our? I want that posted on somewhere. We gotta get the website set up for the Black Panther Party because y'all don't know me how much stuff, man. Oh man, so much that, man. War wounds we got. I guess we got so many war wounds. Just try to do simple stuff. You think it's a constant battle. It's a vestry. Let me make sure I see you that link. Yeah, I also just you was asked earlier, but you can't let people know that they go to Zelle 773-858-6769 and also Cash App $A Sims 1899. Yeah, how we looking on time? Oh, 8:30. Okay, y'all. All right, y'all. Okay. Let's go get it in, man. Let me go get it in. It's another phenomenal show. Revolutionary love, respect, and appreciation, y'all. Keep your heads up, as on the fifth clinch. I'll see y'all tonight. Let's make history. Let's take history. Let's take history, y'all. Right on. Okay, right on. Free Ozone Wallace. No doubt about it. Free them all. No doubt about it. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I see you. Yep. Free Mumia Abuja, man. Free to see them. Hey, put that clarion call out there. Free them all. Yes. Free to see numbers. Yes.